what words do you have to people that go, well, Riz, this sounds simple. I just got to fix on my mindset. I got to just, confront my fears. I can just do this on my own. Why get a coach, Riz? Why pay for this?
No matter how much you try it by yourself, it's all like self-learning, but it stays here in the mind. Like we know about it, but we cannot implement it. To do it in the real life, we need a platform like the weekly calls we have, where we have to share the wins and the concerns, and we have to do this public speaking, obviously, on every Saturday. So that improves like the inner abilities which we have, but we don't think we have it because of this conditioning we had all these years, and we don't know how much we are capable of.
What's up, everyone? How you guys doing today? We got a second interview with my man, Mr. Riz. We just did an interview with VJ about 10 minutes ago. With Riz, I'm super excited because Riz, basically joined my program about a year. If you guys know anything about me, I am the guy who is the long-term type of guy. I'm a long-term, we're getting married. I'm kidding, we're not gonna get married. But the long-term guy, meaning I'm all about long-term results. Someone can be motivated for a weekend. Someone can be inspired on a call, but to me, I pride my successes off the long-term relationships I build with all my clients and the long-term success that they have. And to me, that's why I tend to throw rocks at, some techniques because I think they're great and they work for a week. But to me, it's all about the longevity in life. And that's why I'm really honored to be on a call right now with Riz, where he trusted me almost 12 months ago. And he's still on the calls today, and he's still getting, the successes, even though his life is crazy. Riz is an accountant. Riz is, he's a very busy individual, but he's constantly applying these methods and really to rewire the neural pathways that make you who you are, the way you make decisions, the way you look at life, the way you look at your speech, the way the way you build a business, the successes that you want to achieve. It's all based on how you're wired, and really takes time to unwire and then rewire yourself again. And Riz is a great example of what is possible long-term. So Riz, welcome to the show, sir.
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. So Riz, kind of introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us why you joined the program and what was one of the biggest motivations when you first, if you can go back almost 12 months ago.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Idris Kaula, also known as Riz, and I am I'm coming at you from Toronto, Canada. I am a full-time CPA student. Around a year back, I got a chance to speak with Daniel, and I was really struggling with my communication and with my confidence. So I had a word with Daniel on the phone, and I was like, how can you help me and stuff? And he was really great at that call, and I felt so much motivated during that call itself that I thought that joining the program would be amazing, and it would help my speech and my communication. So that is how I started in the program.
Awesome. And so you made that decision, and then you joined, and then tell us about that. Tell us about some initial wins that you achieved. Tell us some things that you're like, damn, I never thought like this before.
Okay, so the first one is the mindset, and the second thing is the fear. So module 1 talks all about like the mindset. So some of the stuff we already know, but we are not aware about it, or like we do not realize it, but we already have in our mind. So module 1 talks about the small things which we need to do in order to work on the mindset. So that is the number one win I had after I started this program. The second thing was fear. And luckily for me, fear 2 is taught in module 2. So the greatest two problems I had were already covered there. So fear was something I was so scared, like, let alone people. I was even scared to talk to a camera. Forget about people, you know. So I know the first video which I had uploaded, and I could not even look at the camera. I was like looking down all the time. So those are like the biggest transformations I had right away.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then kind of talk about, so we talked about mind, we talked about fear. Now the next module is about like speaking with influence and speaking with confidence and overcoming certain blocks. So tell us about that one, because I think some people just think, oh, I just talked about mindset. That's just, we're just scratching the surface. It's a lot of different things. We're talking about public speaking, right? So talk about module 3, talk about the rest of the other modules.
Yeah, so the mindset is it's all about creating a new identity. So when you work on the mindset, you let your past go by. You can start a new new personality for yourself. So mindset helps in that. But then like module 3 onwards, you got a chance to like create your new self. So the new self is all about the new ideas and the new strategies which you can use to improve your communication. So it's not just about mindset. Yes, it is about mindset, but after we can take a step like further. It's like it's like a ladder we have to like climb. It's like when we go to the gym, we start with like the minimum weights, but then we grow on, right? So yeah, so the mindset is like the first step or the first step of the ladder, and like then we grow from there. And module 3 obviously talks a lot about how to increase the fluency, how to communicate effectively. So some of the tips I have tried, and module 3 is also like really good because it also like talks that we as stutterers, we focus a lot about 7% of the communication. So if like the entire communication is 100%, the spoken words are just like 7%, and we focus so much on just those 7%, and we just ignore the rest. So why should we place so much importance on 7% only, whereas we can work on the rest of 38%, which is all about the voice tone, and the 55%, which is all about the body language. So that makes it 100% of the communication. So I'm like, okay, I got to leave those 7% aside. That's not important. Let me focus on the 90%.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that you know this stuff. You know, here's another thing. You know, you've been in this program for a year. What have you noticed? Like, what have you noticed even with other people in the program, other people who've gotten success? Like, tell us about that, kind of being in this world for a year. What has that done for your life?
So like I said, I'm not like fearful anymore, because earlier like the fear had spreaded in all the aspects of my life. So it was not just communication, but it was self-confidence in like general. So once I was able to overcome that fear about communication, life got better. So I was able to perform it better in all the areas of my life, and that has been a huge like change for me. Because like I said, spoken words is just like 7%, but if the self-confidence goes down, it's going to like take you down in all the aspects of your life. So after starting this program and after overcoming fear And after breaking those thoughts of from which I had been conditioned all my life, life got better, and I was able to speak more and more fluently.
Love it. I love it, man. I'm so proud of you. What words do you have to people that go, well, Riz, this sounds simple. I just got to fix on my mindset. I got to just, confront my fears. I can just do this on my own. Why get a coach, Riz? Why pay for this?
When we try to self-learn, obviously we can go on YouTube, and we don't even if we don't have to type the whole word motivation, and even if you type MOTI, you'll get like thousands of videos, and you can start like streaming one after the other. That's not the point. The point is when you get a platform where you can perform and where you can take your fears out, that increases the self-confidence. And no matter how much you try it by yourself, it's all like self-learning, but it's all stays here in the mind. Like we know about it, but we cannot implement it. So to do it in the real life, we need a platform, and like the weekly calls we have, where we have to share the wins and the concerns, and we have to do this public speaking, obviously, on every Saturday. So that kinds of improves like the inner abilities which we have, but we don't think we have it because of this conditioning we had all these years, and we don't know how much we are capable of. So until we do it, we don't know how much we can do. So I always think about it like this. It's like a swimming pool. So no matter how many books you read, how to swim, how is the water, blah, 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 until and unless you jump in the swimming pool, you won't be able to learn it, right? So yeah, that's how I see it. So no matter how much I do, like for self-learning, I can go to YouTube, I can see the videos and all that stuff. But unless and until you jump into that, you won't be able to master it.
Cool. Now I also see you're smiling a lot and you're fairly positive. Have you always been like this, or did you train yourself to be this?
No, I'm not like this. My first video, like I said, I wasn't able to, look at the camera.
Yeah.
And I really had problems looking into the face of someone when I was communicating. So I used to look at like someone's forehead, or so that I don't have to see in his or her eyes. So that was me. Like I was really bad. Like, to be honest, in school, I would like to share a funny story. In school, I was absent half of the days, although I was present. You know why? Because during the attendance, I wasn't able to speak. Present teacher, we had to speak roll numbers. So it was 37, 38, 39, etc. And if it was 38, I was supposed to speak present teacher. And if I'm not able to, then she would mark me absent. There were so many days I was marked absent, so many funny stories all these years. So I was definitely not like how I am right now. And I also feel sorry for myself, but at the same time, when I think about it, I just laugh, So yeah,
cool. So this is worth the investment.
Absolutely. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. And then one of my last questions are for a lot of people who are on the fence of like, oh, should I do this? Should I book a call with Daniel? I heard it's kind of expensive. Is it really worth it? Da da da. You are someone who's been with me for a year, not 30 days, not 2 weeks, not a couple months. You've been with me for a year. What words would you have for them? Because I think you have the best point of view. Because I feel like I'm a fairly consistent guy. What I say is what I do. So what words would you have for those people?
Yeah. One thing I would like to share is we hate any kind of transformation. We don't like, although we want to, but somewhere like deep within, we don't like change. So if I think about something that, okay, it's going to change my life, I will be scared because I want to stick to my old stuff. Although I know that it's not like benefiting me, but I won't take that first step, So it's really important to jump in, right? To take that initiative. And once you are in it, obviously you're going to see it for yourself how your life is going to change. So if you're going to keep thinking whether or not, like, should I do it or not, I would say that we don't have too many opportunities in life. Sometimes it's the right time and the right place and the right person. And for me, it has been you. So I see it as really, really like a good opportunity because I feel that it's not a lot of time that life really gives you the good opportunities. So the first thing I would like to say is take that initiative, challenge yourself, get out of the comfort zone, try something new for yourself, and see how it goes. And you're gonna love it.
I love it. Sure. Well, Riz, I'm very proud of you. A year is a long time, and what you guys are seeing is an example of someone who's been consistent for a while. He's found a plan and he's been consistent with it. A concept that I teach all my people is a master of the basics, right? It's not just, I don't fear the man. This is Bruce Lee, right? I don't fear the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks one time, right? Or 10,000 techniques one time. I fear the man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times. And what you see is with Riz is 1 year of practicing the same thing over and over. Maybe he's looked at different videos or different things, but at the same time, he's focused on this program. He's focused on applying these techniques. So when you see this confident, positive, happy-go-lucky dude, I'm sure people are going to come to you and say, Riz, did you even have a problem with your communication? Come on, man, you're such a liar. He's just BSing. I get that all the time. I go, thank you for the compliment. Right? This is an example of someone who has stuck through something for not just a month or a couple of weeks, but for a whole year. And this is what transformation is. So Riz, appreciate it. If you have any last words, you can go ahead. Any last words, sir?
One thing I would like to share is don't see stuttering as a bad thing. That is module 3, lesson number 1. And I think that's a huge thing because many people think that stuttering is really, really like a bad thing for someone, but it's not. Everybody has their own form of stuttering, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel that we should not look at like a bad way and let it hurt our self-confidence. So yeah, that is something which I would like to say. I mean, everybody has some kind of negative stuff going on in our lives, right? But we don't make a huge deal out of it. So I would like to share the same thing about stuttering, that don't think as a bad thing. Don't go to a speech therapist when it's all about the mindset. The speech therapist is just going to take money out of you. So that's the thing I like to share. Sorry about that.
No, but we're good, okay, Riz? You meanie, but yes.
I mean, if it was all about the speech therapy, I always wonder that if it is something wrong with my hardware, then why is it that I'm able to speak so well with my family and my friends and not with someone else, right? So it should be something with the mindset.
Yeah, which is the software.
Yeah.
Cool. Riz, appreciate it, sir. You are amazing. Again, we'll tag you down below. If you guys ever have any questions for Riz, you can definitely reach out to him. We're not hiding anything here. But Riz, appreciate it. And let's see you after 18 months or something like that. So maybe after 2 years. Okay, sir. Peace.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.